This is the 2-part filler cap, well, actually 3-part filler cap. It fits in that 530 Coleman. I got a replacement seal for it, and they said that the best way to get this out of here was to burn it out. Stinky. Yeah, I should be doing this outside. They're he said he heated it up real good, and then let it cool down, and then it picked right out. So we'll give that a shot. If not, I'll go out and really put the fire to it outside. www.oldcolemanparts.com. The guy is really reasonable. And has got some of the most obscure parts that you never knew that you needed. So for $10, I got missing wrenches, I got the seal, got this seal, also got the leather packing for the pump, and I already mentioned the wrenches. I got the wrenches for the 520 and the 530. 520 is a military version of the stove. So I'll when this cools down, I'll bring you back for the picking. It's about 30 seconds later. I held it down with a screwdriver, and I ran around it with the pick, and just that little bit of flame has turned that into essentially ash. So no drama involved. Just pick it out. I'm going to take a wire brush and clean it out really good, and then put it back together. And for an ancient Chinese secret, I'm soaking it in jalapeno juice. Actually, it's an empty jar. I got the part in soaking in some CLR now. It's part is brass. So I'm soaking it, and the mild acid should clean it up pretty good. I scraped all the rest of the gasket out of it, and then the other guy. I learned all this from a YouTube video. He took a Dremel tool and he polished it all up, but that seems to be a waste of time, because the first contact with fuel it's gonna tarnish. So I'm just gonna clean it up with acid and let it go. We'll bring you back in about an hour or so. I guess while we wait, could show you these wrenches. This is the 530 wrench. It's got the cutout for both size fittings, and it's got the curve for the pot holder. And this is the 520 wrench. It's got small screwdriver, actually larger screwdriver, smaller screwdriver. It's got the this is the fitting for the jet. If you take the top, it's a bell-shaped burner housing. If you take that off, that will fit the jet that's underneath of there. And that one fits. If you take the main fitting loose from underneath the fitting that goes directly into the tank, there's a pickup tube and a series of fine metering jets and things down underneath there, and one of those fittings is that one right there, that oblong. And then you have the two different sized hex heads. So while it's not necessary to have that for the 530, it's useful to have around. So I thought I'd show it. Underneath in here is a leather cup. It's a leather cup that to fit the pump, pressure pump. And while I soaked it in oil and got the leather to swell up, and it's working now. I imagine because it's 70 years old, it's not going to stay good forever. So I thought I'd get the spare part for when it doesn't work. After soaking for about a half hour, this is pretty shiny now that I got the rough stuff off. I'm going to soak it again, see if I can get the rest of that residue off of the inside, and see what it looks like. I just took this out, hit it with a brass brush, wire brush, wiped it off with a rag, and took a look at it. So we'll see. Soaked it for another half hour and pulled it out. I don't want it shiny, I just want it clean. This is the new gasket. It's a new old stock from old Coleman parts.com. Really reasonable. So take it, drop it on, sort of a stretch fit. Hard to do one-handed. This is sort of a rubber. it. Then I'll just put this cap back on the stove. Put the 3 pieces together. There's a screw. There's a screw that fits through there, into there, and it's good to go. This is the leather cup that goes in the pump. It's pumping air now, so I'm going to save that for a little bit later, and work on it when I absolutely have to.